What's up, guys? So I thought I would share a story with you today, and it has to do with someone I met in my personal life who follows a gluten-free diet, and you'll understand why I put quotes around it in a second. But everything I'm about to say doesn't have anything to do with people who have celiacs. I have a couple friends actually who have celiacs, and I know it's a very serious condition. If someone who has celiacs eats gluten, it's not just that, oh, they get diarrhea or like stomach pain or something. Like, they're more susceptible to get colon cancer down the road. So don't ever fuck around with someone's food if they need to be gluten free from celiacs. That's a very asshole thing to do. So with that said, this person doesn't have celiacs and they're trying to maintain a gluten free diet. And for their birthday or Christmas or some gift giving sort of holiday, they got a gift of protein powder. And because this person is a bodybuilder, they're pretty into lifting, stuff like that. So they got this protein powder and they read the ingredients. And even though it said on the actual container that it was gluten free, one of the ingredients was glutamine. So she told the person, oh, I can't use this because it has gluten in it. And they're like, no, it says gluten free right on there. And she's like, yeah, but in the ingredients it says glutamine. And this is coming from a bodybuilder, someone who probably knows a lot about the supplement industry and knows that glutamine is actually an amino acid that's very common. It's actually the most common amino acid in the body, and it's a very common supplement for bodybuilders to take. So you'd think that someone who is into bodybuilding would know that glutamine isn't gluten. Gluten is a combination of two proteins called glutenin and gliadin, and they form together to make gluten. It's what makes bread stick together. And gluten is only found in wheat, barley, and rye, and like factory processed oats, just because oats often contain gluten just from the processing of being in the same plant where wheat, barley, and rye are. But if you were to grow oats in your backyard, they would be completely gluten free unless you process them with wheat or something. Then they wouldn't be. So if you go to the store, you actually have to buy gluten-free oats, even though oats are gluten-free. It's stupid, and I'm sure it's very annoying for people who have celiacs. But I thought that was hilarious because I told them, I was like, that's not gluten. That was gluten-free. And they're like, yeah, but G-L-U-T, glut was the first four letters, so it had gluten in it. I was like, okay, well, your gluteus maximus has the four first letters of G-L-U-T. Does your butt contain gluten? So I just thought that that was probably the funniest thing about people who go gluten-free. Now, not everyone doesn't know, but a lot of people who follow the trend of going gluten-free don't know. Now, if you have celiacs, you probably know because you have to know what gluten is so that you can avoid it and not get cancer later on. But a lot of people just don't even know what it is. That'd be like me trying to be a vegan and not knowing if butter was vegan or if eggs were vegan. That'd be really hard to do. You wouldn't be able to be vegan then. And so most of these people who claim that they're gluten-free are not actually gluten-free because they are eating gluten just because it doesn't say gluten on something. I mean, most people know that wheat has gluten, but a lot of people don't know that barley and rye also have gluten. And a lot of commercially processed oats, like I said earlier, contain gluten. So you could be eating gluten and not even know it, but these people will still claim that they feel great because they have the placebo effect in effect. But really, that's what's going on, is the placebo effect for most people who follow gluten-free diet. So anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. I thought I'd share with you guys, and maybe I'll see you next time when I share another tidbit with you.